Today on the podcast, we transition from WMPV Lansdale magically over to WXPM Phoenixville. And our guest today via Zoom is Jessica DeLuise. Jessica is a physician assistant with a master's degree in health science and a certification in culinary medicine. Let's get cooking with Jessica DeLuise.
Hi, I'm John Ralston with Ralston Live here on WXPM FM 98 in Phoenixville, and also on pbrproductions.com. We're here with Jessica DeLuise, and I was watching a ton of your videos yesterday. First of all, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is exciting.
Yeah, and explain to folks what you do. I'm really impressed. I'll tell you all about it in just a second after you introduce yourself.
Well, thanks for watching all the videos. So I am a physician assistant and I've been in practice for 10 years. I also have a certification in culinary medicine. And as soon as you hear healthy food, I think everyone's minds kind of tune out, right? But I'm here to educate people that it's not just rice cakes and salads. Really, food choices, right, they matter so much.
I saw you cooking some great stuff.
Right, right. And it's all about making those really good quality food choices that, you know, can help support you and decrease your risk of chronic disease, but also taste really good and keep you satisfied. And so I focused heavily on that with my patient population, and I have some online courses, a great TV show that's now on YouTube. We aired in the Philadelphia market back in January.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah, I'm a jack of all trades here, but it's all food. It's all food.
And you, like me, have done a lot of interviews with different people, so it's nice to have you on to be interviewed, you know, on my program. So, you know, where do you, I've seen your YouTubes. Is there any other place? I like to ask people how they market themselves, you know, how are you getting that done? Because I know you've been on quite a few different stations and on television. Well, you have that look. See, I have a face for radio.
A face for radio. You do not. You're very handsome, John.
Thank you.
Where am I marketing? You know, I think there's a lot of active ears on Instagram and Facebook. And believe it or not, we're in the middle of a quarantine right now, but people are searching for this information. I think we're all kind of recognizing that there's a disconnect between healthcare and what we're doing every single day in our homes, with our children, with our spouses. You know, the snacks that we're choosing at work, can they help us think more clearly and give us that boost of energy that we need at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Right. And I think people are starting to understand that those, you know, how we feel and what we eat really are very interconnected. And so people are looking for this information, and I'm just, you know, honored to help them, to provide it to them and guide them.
Yeah, we're trying to have a lot of popcorn. We have popcorn at night, right? We're going through a lot of bad habits. One of them is watching too much YouTube. But I used that bad habit yesterday to go through some of your videos. And I was really, really impressed with the range of things. It was like you were talking about me the whole time. Like high blood pressure I have, you know, and getting into bad habits and those kind of things. And, you know, and cooking, I just started rediscovering cooking and trying to cook better and, you know, making certain kind of omelets that aren't too fatty, not too much cheese. And, you know, there's anxiety and stress. I remember having that, you know, when we were all out of this quarantine. So some of those tips were invaluable, not just for myself, but for some of the people that I know that are struggling with mental wellness. And, you know, I really appreciate it. I'm really happy that you're giving out this information.
Yeah, well, yes, and I'm so happy that you enjoyed it, and I think that's part of what I educate. You know, there's a lot of people out there on social media, and I'll be honest with you, they light my fire, John, because they're giving these blanketed advice and recipe and recommendations, like, you know, everyone should go low carb, everyone should do this or that, or this or that, or, you know, shake replacements and supplements and detoxes and cleanses. Really, what I tried to do, and you hit the nail on the head, is there are certain disease processes and there are certain past medical histories that interact with food differently than others. So if you have high blood pressure, you're obviously going to make food choices that are a little bit different than someone who doesn't, right? And so understanding and taking the time to read or contacting somebody like myself to learn, understanding how food reacts with your body, your goals, your history, your medications is super important, really.
And yeah, I come from a little Italian background myself. I saw your mom on there. You were cooking with your mom, and
Yes.
that was interesting. And some of the foods that you have there, so we have that in common. And exercise is one of the things that I'm trying to get back to. Do you have any tips for people? You know, I'm 57, so you have anything, you know, for people 55 and up that want to get back into being a little more active? Do you have any tips?
Yeah, well, you know, I just read this article that said walking for about 60 minutes is about equivalent to the cardiovascular exercise and calorie burning of a light jog for about 30. And so as we start to get older, that impact on our joints is so important. So I would say, you know, just walking. Lubricate, get the lubrication of your joints flowing and moving, stretch your legs. Activity is key. But, you know, even sedentary, right? We're all working. In the 55 and older population, you're probably still working. You're not yet retired. So getting up once an hour for 5 minutes, maybe it's 5 minutes to do jumping jacks, 5 minutes to do like, you know, some push-ups, even on your knee or crunches, and even elevating your desk. This has been something that's been really, really helpful for a lot of my patients. They've purchased either the stand for their computer where they can actually elevate their computer and stand throughout the day, or just use a milk crate, right? Like go get a $5 milk crate and elevate your computer.
Yeah, my son is into that. Elevated desk.
Yeah, it's great.
Alcohol during quarantine. Now, Cecilia and myself, we actually toned it down. We've had a case of beer in the fridge for about a month. We haven't touched it, but I know
it's impressive.
I know there's a lot of people out there who are imbibing quite a bit during this quarantine. I saw a video of a guy riding a bike, and he's going by all the people's trash cans that are loaded with like vodka bottles and stuff like that. It's, you know, I know alcoholism is a problem in general, but even overindulging in the quarantine might be a problem. What do you see?
Yeah, you know, I definitely see it. I think that people are making light of it and they're joking about it for sure. And, you know, you can't really blame people. I mean, we're stuck inside of our houses. We're bored, of course. I think what we need to do is disassociate alcohol with being a treat, right? I'm a big fan of not using alcohol or food as treats and rewarding ourselves with those things. So, you know, you might want to relax. You can do have one glass of wine, perhaps, if that's something that is safe for you.
Wine, and then you're big on wine.
Well, yeah, wine or vodka. Hey, listen, you watched the TV show. We went behind the scenes at a vodka distillery, and that was pretty cool.
I didn't see that one.
Oh, yeah, you have to watch that one. Yeah, you have to watch that one right in Philadelphia. So, yeah, right, have one cocktail, right? One cocktail, and then maybe a glass or a cup of chamomile tea to relax, or take a bath, or watch a movie, or play a game with a family member, or a virtual game with a friend if you're living alone, right? There's so many ways to relax and unwind and reward yourself. You know, women do a face mask, right? There's so many tutorials online. So I think that's what I'm seeing. But, you know, you can't really fault people right now. They are looking to relax. It's frustrating. Financially, it's taxing on a lot of people. So, you know, I'm cognizant of that, of course. I think we need to start to be aware of these habits, because what's going to happen pretty soon is we're all going to go back to work 9 to 5. We need to get our butts in bed and get rest. And of course, alcohol can disrupt our rest wake cycle, right? So, you know, those are my thoughts on alcohol.
Yeah, there's going to be a point where we're all going back. I wanted to ask you about salads. I enjoy salads.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. A little olive oil and some pepper on there. What are some other condiments that are kind of safe? Because I do the olive oil, but I don't load up on any kind of dressing or anything like
That's a great question. Yeah, extra virgin olive oil is great. There's monounsaturated fats, fantastic for heart health and high blood pressure, by the way, in olive oil. So I would say for most of my patients, I would not recommend vegetable oil or like a heavily processed dressing with vegetable oil, right? So there's going to be less of those really beneficial fats as compared to olive oil or avocado oil. Another really good condiment is lemon juice. Right? Lemon juice or citrus, like even orange zest or juice. Yeah, you're getting lots of vitamin C. Citrus is known to really give us a perk in our energy and boost our mood. And it's nice and it's an acidic apple cider vinegar. John, have you ever tried apple cider vinegar loaded with probiotics, right? So apple cider vinegar.
I'm not a huge vinegar fan.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, well, some people might out there. So
my other favorite thing to do is, and this is easy, of course, if you can't make a dressing really fast, Caesar dressing in one of my episodes on YouTube. Very easy in the food processor. But if you want something creamy and you're not really up to making a dressing, taking a plain yogurt and kind of mixing that in with some olive lemon juice and making like a creamy yogurt dressing is
video.
very easy.
That looked delicious. We were watching that, Cecilia and I, and that looked very good. It really did.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
And let people know how they can get to the YouTube. They can go to your webpage. What is your webpage?
Yeah, so the website is eatyourwaytowellness.com, and there actually you're going to find all of the recipes. So all the recipes I talked about in the show, everything that I just talked about right now, you're going to find that all there. Plus you'll find links to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and you'll see all the full episodes there. I share daily recipes, daily tips. I go live on my Facebook stories and Instagram stories almost every day with something other thing wacky that I'm doing. But you'll find it all at eatyourwaytowellness.com.
Yeah, I was on the website. I was really impressed with all the information that you had on there and all the places that you've been on television. And it was really great that you could join me today. And we wish you a lot of luck. And we're going to have a lot of your information right down here below our video screen. In post-production.
Yeah, I love it. I love post.
Post-production works for us. So
yes.
So great to meet you, and we wish you a lot of luck, and we hope to see you soon. If we have questions, we'll be bringing you back on the show for sure.
I would love it, John. And hey, when quarantine's over, let's get together and do some Italian eating. Eat your way to wellness style. Eat your way to wellness style.
Oh, great. It's a date. We'll double date.
That's I love it. Great.
All right. Take care, and we'll see you very soon, Jessica.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.